versus Skyrim. And welcome back. I'm your host, Raz Devon, and this is Raz DTV. And we're playing Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I've just completed the Thalmor Embassy mission, and now I'm returning to Delphine to get further information on what we should do next. Probably go find Eastburn. And away we go. I hate those bugs, but they're crunchy and good with ketchup. And here we are in Riverwood. And do.
Don't like those eyes you got.
See, I was gonna sell some stuff to him, but yeah, doesn't have the inventory option thingy. So I guess I'll go in here and sell some stuff.
I trust you know what you're doing.
See, that's why I never really complete the Golden Claw quest anymore, is because that way this guy's open 24/7. And that's a very useful thing, especially when you're selling the stuff from missions. Yeah, that stuff's useless. I'm not gonna... He ran out of gold. Alright, so Delphine should have my personal items. So I'll go pick those up. Go find Eastburn. And then make my way forward. Ever forward. Hopefully I'll be able to post all three of the photos, or the... all three of the videos that I've recorded so far. Oh, there she is.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really?
I learned
seems
that
hard to
that
You're
was
sure
easy, and
about
I could have done it a lot easier if I had had immortality or invulnerability.
Esbern? He's alive?
Yes, he's alive.
thought-
He's old, but he's
Figures
alive.
The Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out
Fun
what's going on
fact,
with the dragon.
Delphine is in her, like, what is it,
You mean aside
50s?
from wanting to kill every blade
She's like
they can
40
lay
or
their
50
hands
now.
on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivist.
So that
back
means
before the Thalmor
she's really
smashed us
old.
during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then.
I'm like,
I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all
she's not
thought.
bad looking for being old, but she got the personality.
Riften, eh?
Okay, I would rather
Probably down in the Ratway
be
then.
locked in a
It's
cell
where I'd
with
go.
a
You'd better get to Riften.
say
Talk to
Jar Jar
Brynjolf.
Binks,
He's
then
well
have to
connected.
be
A good
helpful to
starting
her.
point, at least. Oh, and when you
She's
find
bloody
Esbern,
annoying.
if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Okay, is it just me, or does that sound like, you know, they hooked up on the 30th of Frostfall? Yeah. If you had to settle inside Skyrim, blah blah blah, River would be a nice enough place. Yep, all my stuff is here. Most importantly, my soul gems and my alchemic items. Everything else I can pretty much replace. Like I can replace that. That's not hard to replace. All the enchanted stuff can be replaced. The unique robes, yeah, that might be a little more difficult.
What do you need?
Oh, now I'm Dragonborn. Before you were like being a acceptable. That's one of the things. First, she doesn't believe you're Dragonborn. Then you're Dragonborn. Then you know the Blades are supposed to serve the Dragonborn and help him defeat dragons. But all she does is boss you around. I mean, maybe I don't want to kill Parthenax. Maybe he's useful. Well, one thing's for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to fighting Alduin the second time, because the second time I should have like 3 or 4 people helping me. First time I fought him during this playthrough, which will be in 2 more episodes. That'll be episode 7. So, I mean, first time I fought him during this episode, I died the first time. And then I realized that there's a rocky outcropping I could have been hiding under instead of trying to run around dodge meteors that are trying to hit me in the head. Like, I can't get close enough to hit him because he's, he can kill me in one hit because I've got like 45 health. Actually, I wonder how much health I do have.
Hold there.
Hold
For
there.
the privilege of entering the city.
I wish I could
What does
just,
it matter?
like, assassinate him. In fact, I might try that one of these times. Vampire to arms! And they're fighting a dragon. There's a lot of dragons on my playthrough this time. Last time I played this game from the beginning, there were like no dragon attacks. Now there's a dragon attack like every 5 minutes. Just wait, you'll see what I mean. Episode 6 and 7, I think I get attacked like twice. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for them to do all the damage and for it to land and die, and then I'm gonna eat its soul. Nom 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 nom. I actually did a meme for that. It's like Deadpool as a Dragonborn. That would be really cool. If I had the PC version, I'd probably go through. I'd probably get the Deadpool follower mod, get all the costume and everything, and run around as Deadpool as the Dragonborn. That would be pretty cool. Tastes like a chimichanga. But yeah, I don't have a PC that can run Skyrim, so I guess I'm gonna have to stick to consoles. Alright. Now I gotta get down to the Ratway and find Eastburn and all that fun stuff. Everybody says keep your distance. I'm like, it's only a flame atronach. What are you worried about? It's not like you're gonna go around. Not like it goes around, groping people or anything. Anyway. Alright, so now we gotta get down to the right way, get past the thugs and the bugs and the rodents. It's like, this should be really easy because I'm pretty good at traversing the right way. Spent enough time in it. One of my favorite enchantments is down there. The fortify unarmed damage you get from the pugilist fist. Definitely one of my favorite enchantments. I usually combine that with weapon fortify smithing, so that I have gloves or bracers that can do both. Okay. So I'm probably going to do the stealth thing, get past them. I'm keeping my bow out
Skin us alive if they knew we were doing
so
this.
that
Why are you always acting like
I can tell if
someone
my
there?
potion runs out. Now, between the atronach and my follower, or my atronach, his atronach, and my follower, there's more than enough firepower to go around. And I don't really have to do much fighting. And that's a good tip to have, keep in mind whenever you're trying to play through a difficult part of the game. Just creep around the edge of this right here. Real careful like, drop the drawbridge. And sniper this skeever. Fall back, because that actually do some pretty sizable damage to me. Now, my character, the archetype for my character playthrough when I'm just playing is more of a scholar type than a warrior or a mage or a thief. I collect books and alchemic items, and most of my money comes from alchemy whenever I'm playing, just for the sake of playing. This is actually... This character is actually the one This isn't the exact character, but the character I normally play with is this guy, but not as far in the game. Alright, now, the Ratway, or the cistern, or whatever it's called. I keep forgetting what this area back here is called. But this part is confusing as hell to me. I mean, I run around in Dwemer ruins, and I don't get lost, but this confuses me. Because it has more than one level, and it's all twisty and everything. It's like, I know Black... Okay, sometimes I get lost in Blackreach, but I run around Blackreach a lot of the time. Because that's where my characters... You know, one of the places where my character trains. Yeah, that I get confused and lost underneath Riften. Alright, so I gotta find Eastburn, and one of the ways to get to Eastburn is killing these guys. Now, on the way out, after you find Eastburn, sometimes you get attacked by a Khajiit assassin who is hired by the Thalmor to kill you after the whole party fiasco. I, however, don't think I'm going to be taking part in that particular portion of the game because I'm sneaky as hell, man. So we're going to wander our way down. It'd probably be faster if I wasn't sneaking, but I don't want to die. It's one of those things that if you want to avoid death, it's best to avoid combat. Especially when you're playing on Legendary and have enough health to basically get punched by a, drunk person. So yeah, I probably should just jump down there. But I'm sure there's things I need to pick up. There is not a lot down here, but occasionally you find things that might be useful. It's one of those things that really makes your day. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to call this my Ronald Reagan or my Jack Nicholson. Actually, that's not far from being the same thing. Let's see, and then there's the plant. I would like to fight a giant mutant plant on Skyrim. That would be fun. An homage to little Tree Shop of Horrors or Pet Shop of Horrors. Was it Pet Shop of Horrors? Plant Shop of Horrors. I don't know. It had a giant... I don't have to look that up because that was a decent old movie. One of those cult classics with Jack Nicholson in it, where the main character is a giant alien plant from another galaxy that eats people. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. I think Jack Nicholson played an asshole, and he got eaten by the plant. So it was a win-win. Alright, so there's a guy in here who was at Helgen.
Their fires lit up the night, all across Lake Rumare.
Apparently the, oh no, this isn't the guy who was... No, this guy wasn't at Helgen, I don't think. I think this guy was, went to the Great War and is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esmond. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, how reassuring. Most likely you're with the Thalmor. This is just a
The
trick to
Thalmor are
get me
coming, the
open door,
Thalmor are
huh?
coming, quickly. To arms. Open the door, old man, or I will Fusro die it in.
Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive. You'd better come
It
in.
would be
and
kind of cool
tell
if
me
you could
how
have
found
like environmental damage
you want.
in this game. Where you can like actually burn buildings down. Then when the guards find you, you have to pay for the rebuild.
There we go.
Maybe, rebuild Helgen. I actually heard there's a mod for the PC version of Elder Scrolls Skyrim where you could... They actually did it to where you actually rebuild
So,
Helgen.
Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
Tried to tell her years ago. How very nice for
yes,
you. Can we
so-
hurry up and get to the point
so
where
what?
you
The
actually,
end of the promise.
you know,
I may
follow
as
me
well
out of
die
here
here as
and I
anywhere
avoid getting killed by
I'm
stuff?
tired of running. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Aldwin has returned, just like the prophecy
Yes,
said.
yes, yes. Just
The
like the
dragon
prophecy
from
said. But
dawn
I'm going
of
to kick
time
his ass
will
in episode
devour the
7.
souls of the
And
dead.
then I'm going to come back
No one can escape.
and
Here or in
whenever
the
I
after,
can,
Aldwin will devour all
I'll
things,
record
and
up
the
to the
world will
point
end.
where
Nothing can
I fight him the second time.
I tried to tell them. They wouldn't
There's a
listen.
lot between
Fools.
the first
It's all
fight and
come
the second
true.
fight that I'm going to have
All I
to
could
do.
do was watch our doom approach. Yeah.
I'm drinking
yes.
root beer.
You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
I understand plenty. He's a dragon.
Oh, yes. It's all been
Dragons can
foretold.
be killed.
The end has begun.
Well, in this world.
Aldrin, only a dragonborn.
One of the major bones of contention in
No
most
dragonborn
Elder
has been
Scrolls
known for
groups on
something.
Facebook
It seems that the gods
is-
have grown tired of us.
whether the dragons on
left us
Skyrim
to
are
the
actual
places
dragons
of
or
all
they're
wind
wyverns, and I'm like, both are dragons.
You are
They talk about the difference between the dragons in like Game of Thrones. Is it Game of Thrones?
then
The difference between dragons in Game of Thrones
gods
and
have
Skyrim,
We must go quickly.
and they're acting like one's a wyvern and
We have much
the
to
other
discuss.
is a dragon, and I'm like, both are dragons. There are more than one variety of dragons, just like there's more than one variety of people, or more than one variety of dog. You know, of course, wyverns on Skyrim,
Put my
as
annotated
described.
annual.
There's actually a power you can get in Apocrypha that allows you to use the fire shout, and whenever it like scores a critical hit, it causes wyverns to burst from the person's body, and they're like
One moment. I know time.
they're ice wraiths with dragon skull heads
I must bring.
that are on fire instead
Well,
of being
I
made of
guess
ice.
that's good enough. Let's
Pretty
be off.
cool looking. Of course, I'm more of the unrelenting force type. I like having all the different power-ups for unrelenting force. See, now I'm gonna have to sneak past the Thalmor guys that are coming in as reinforcements to the guys that were already here. That should be fun. That should be bloody fantastic. And by bloody fantastic, I mean lame as hell. Alright, so I gotta get Eastbound out of here. And this place is, I really should have ignited that oil on the floor right here. So it would have made my life a whole lot easier. Should have ignited it before I went down there. Yeah, okay, so Eastburn and my follower and my Atronach are all gonna whoop each other. Or, whoop the Thalmor guys. And I'm gonna sneak past them all because I'm a ninja. I'm a founding member of the Urban Ninja Association.
Is the only truth.
I hate those guys. Fortunately, I only have to get past them and avoid dying. So if I time it right, I can run past him while he's shooting lightning bolts, or between lightning bolts. I hate the Thalmor. Alright, so just have to make it up here. Get the hell out of here while I'm still invisible. All those invisibility potions I made for the Thalmor embassy mission really came in handy. I'm going to have to make some more. Probably have to gather some ingredients first. Hey, that'll be fun. Y'all get to see how I gather ingredients. The long and arduous process of finding churus eggs and vampire dust. Lunar butterflies and nernroot. Okay, who am I kidding? I'm just gonna go buy the stuff. I probably got enough gold. I could probably go to every alchemist in Skyrim in sequence and buy everything they have, make potions, sell it back, and keep going. I'm halfway expecting to get attacked by the Khajiit assassin that sometimes gets sent after you. Fortunately, I know the future, and I don't actually encounter the Khajiit assassin here. At least not this time. So we'll fast travel out to Riverwood, and Delphine and Eastburn will have their little moment of reconnecting. I've been watching cable TV on my days off because, I have nothing else to help me unwind. Ever so often this commercial for this cougar dating site comes up. It's freaking hilarious. This 40-something in a red dress walks around shoving women out of chairs and stuffing like burgers in their faces. It's funny. It's like you gotta have a sense of humor when you're selling people's souls. You're advertising a dating site. Alright, so now that we finally gotten to this point, now that we've almost made it to the halfway point, or just past the halfway point in this video, we're going to make our way to Riverwood, where Dingus McGee and Sally Saggy Sack, that would be a really bad name to name someone. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to I was going to fast travel, but it wouldn't let me. So I'm going to try this again. Once I get past these two morons. Wiggle, wiggle. Alright, so I'm back up here. Make sure there's no one behind me. Put me back to the water. Okay, let me wait, so now I should be able to fast travel. This should be fun. Alright, to Riverwood. Again. Riverwood seems to be like a key location. I'm surprised I haven't been attacked by a dragon yet. I kind of wish that they had actual maps, like they have books. Like if you could go into your books inventory and pull out a map that has all the map markers on it instead of going to a different menu. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, the giant three-dimensional topographical map is nice and all, but doesn't assist the realism. And I kind of like the idea of more realism in games. I mean, I did play Fallout New Vegas on hardcore mode all the way through a dozen times. Ah, there we go. Fallout New Vegas was a lot of fun. They changed some of the recipes after the downloadable content, though, for the survival and crafting at the survival crafting changed a lot.
What is it?
I brought you Eastburn, your boyfriend.
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too,
Been a
Espen.
long time since you
Been too long.
nizzled my nozzles.
Well, then,
I don't know.
you made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Keep your distance.
Yes, let's all go down into the basement, which she just leaves the door open to now, because she found the Dragonborn. Why should I put forth any effort into trying to hide that I'm a blade and that I have a secret room in my basement? Oh, something really cool that's probably going to be next episode is the fact that... Was it next episode or the episode before that? No, after that. Yeah, episode 7, not only am I going to fight Alduin and get killed at least once, I'm also going to show you how to get into... Or did I already show how to do that on a different episode? Well, I'm going to show you the back way in to get the Elder Scroll. The little trick I used to go through the gate on the Helgen level grind video.
Just a moment.
That trick can be used to go through the doors into Mazark, where they have the oculary thing to read the Elder Scroll. One of those things that knowing where all the back doors is nice. Cuts down on time.
During their conquest of Skyrim.
It's like, why should I run through an entire ruin full of spiders and Draugr when I can just go in the back door? Sure, the door has a bar across it. Like that's ever stopped me before. It's one of those things that if you have enough patience and you get enough practice at it, going through doors is not hard at all.
Its location was lost.
Like
What are you getting at?
You mean
getting through to the Elder Scroll is pretty easy. I think that's going to be an episode.
Let's pretend we have it. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with
Which
stopping
episode
the
is that?
dragon?
See, this is episode. Let's see, there's 6, 5. Is this episode 5? Yeah, I think it's episode 5. I think episode 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is episode 5. So it's either episode 6 or episode 7 that I show the way to get to the Elder Scroll, the back door. It's right next to a giant camp. Oh, you
So
also
you
get
think
to
that
see
Alduin's
the
Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Vigilance of Stendarr's base without it being burned down. Anyone who has the Dawnguard downloadable content knows that the Vigilance of Stendar get attacked by vampires. Get their asses handed to them. But if you're only level 1, you can go there and speak to them. Because apparently you have to be level 2 for the event to take place that where they all get
Your
attacked
call.
and killed.
Might be safer to travel separately.
Fun.
Attract less attention that way.
Well, no
Don't
duh.
worry,
That
I'll
and
get
you
Esmond
two are
there in
slow
one
as hell.
piece. We'll
See,
wait for you near Carthage.
I don't like traveling with
Good luck.
people like Delphine because she's not really that good in combat. Neither is Eastburn. And I already have my team. Flame Atronach Thrall and my Dark Elf compatriot. Oh yeah.
What is it?
What is it? I want to get on with the quest. Now, if I remember this right, I have to go to Markarth and then find my way around because I don't have the map markers for it. Which means I'm going to have to get a ride on the wagon. And I found the wagon was cheaper than time I would have to spend. And if a dragon doth land, its soul I will rend. Or something like that. Yeah. Actually, Dragon Rend is probably one of the best shouts for my character to have right now, because if a dragon attacks, it's probably the only defense I really have, other than hiding.
Need a ride?
One of these episodes I'm actually going to have to show how much health I actually have, because there's the basic 100 for whenever you're level 1.
back and enjoy the ride.
Then there's the negative effects of sunlight whenever you're a stage 4 vampire. I think I'm stage 4. I'm pretty sure I have the embrace of night or whatever it is that makes you invisible. So basically, I think I'm going to need... Yeah, I definitely have like under 100 health during the day. And I don't regenerate health because I'm a vampire. Now, one of the cool things about the Dawnguard downloadable content is the fact that it actually makes it to where if you're stage 4, no one will attack you. Unless you do something like punch someone in the mouth. Then there's the Vampire Lord transformation. They'll attack you if you turn into a Vampire Lord or you're in your Vampire Lord form. And they'll attack you if you're a werewolf in the werewolf form. But if you're just a werewolf and you're not in your werewolf form, they'll leave you alone. They do make comments, though. Now, it is actually possible to be both, and I will eventually post a video on how to do that. It's a little more complicated as far as timing goes than just being one or the other, because you have to already be a Vampire Lord, and you have to have Serana with you whenever you go to become a werewolf. So you have to have Serana with you, you have to already be a Vampire Lord, then you have to get the werewolf Lord transformation. But just as you're going to drink the blood, you have to activate the Vampire Lord transformation so that it overrides the werewolf transformation. Then you have to change back from the Vampire Lord to your normal state, then have Serana turn you into a Vampire Lord. So yeah, it's a little bit complicated. I may be making it sound a lot, it may be simpler than it seems to me, but it's a little bit complicated. Also, transforming back and forth can cause a glitch where you can't get back into the Soul Cairn. So I'm probably going to end up completing the Soul Cairn first, then becoming a vampire werewolf hybrid. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting this horse killed. It's only 1,000 gold, so it's not a big deal. My character is an alchemist who has like a lot of money. That's one of the things about alchemy. It's the one skill that's consistent across all the different platforms, and across all the different versions of the Elder Scrolls, like the different chapters of the Elder Scrolls. I've played Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Hoping someday to get the Elder Scrolls Online so I can start doing videos of that. But alchemy is one of those skills that it pays for itself. I mean, I haven't gotten to play the online game, so I don't know if alchemy is still as awesome as it has been in all the games previous where I've used it. But in Morrowind, it was quite literally the difference between life and death. And Oblivion, you got the ability to make potions from a single alchemic item, which, that was money. I mean, lots and lots of money. It's like I mastered alchemy while I was still in the training dungeon. Actually, I should probably do some Oblivion videos, because that would be kind of cool, because I have Oblivion for the 360. I also have it for the computer, but I don't think I have a computer that can run Oblivion. I guess I could try putting it on my laptop and seeing if it works. But I know Skyrim won't run on this because this laptop is not... It's more of a... Ooh, dragon. Yeah, it's more of a $500 temporary thing, so I can continue to do my videos. Okay, so now we got the dragon. See, that's 2 dragons in one video. That's pretty good. I mean, normally you don't get to have more than 1 dragon. Now, right here I learned something very valuable. If you let the dragon land, whenever it takes a lot of damage, then it lands, I think they regenerate health, because that guy got back up and started flying around. So yeah. So if you don't hit them while they're down, you're going to end up having to deal with them in the air again. Of course, I could probably shout and use Dragon Rend to force it to land. Of course, I'm going to let it kill all these force... I always let the dragon do as much damage to the force one as possible, because they're dicks. I mean, they don't even try to be friendly. They're just dicks. So I figure let them all die. It's one of the things I started doing back when I first got into the Bethesda RPGs, is if someone was a prick, an insufferable prick, I let them die, or I killed them. And anyone who's played Fallout 3 knows the sheriff can be an insufferable bastard sometimes. I have a meme I did that goes, I fought the law, and the law won. A one-way ticket to hell. Took out the, what the hell is his name? I think he's like a deputy or something. He's on an overlook. He's on this lookout point over the gates to Megaton City on Fallout 3. I shot him, took his combat armor, took out the robots for, that were deputies for Megaton, and I took out the sheriff. If you have appropriate technique, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Alright, so this dragon's just flying around and just butchering the hell out of all of these Forsworn. See, he took enough damage, he finally slid to a stop. Dragons are deceptively quick on the ground. That's why I'm going to save. See, you can fire off shots. Now, a crossbow is a much more effective long-range weapon than the bow is, but the bow is has a lot faster reload speed. That's one of the things you're probably going to see if I ever get around to doing some Dawnguard downloadable content. Actually, that's definitely an option. Show the difference between a bow and a crossbow. See, he got back up. He just power slided, you know, on his balls 500 feet and then got back up. resurrected by Alduin. Okay, looks like I got about 2 more minutes, give or take 20 seconds in this episode. Okay, so next episode we're gonna go to I keep wanting to say Cloud Ruler Temple. But we're gonna go in to, I think it's Skyhaven. But we're gonna go in and get the Dragon Rend, or Dragon's Bane. Yeah, that's the name of the sword. We're gonna get some Blades Armor and Dragon's Bane. Handle all that. Yeah, that could have killed me. We're gonna go through next episode. Get into the Blades hideout and take a look at the word wall. Meet Parthenax for the first time, and then we're gonna make our way to get the Dragon Elder Scroll, which, in order to get it out of the casing that it is inside of the Tower of Machenzel, or whatever the name is, you have to have a special cube you get from Sigilmus, or whatever his name is. So I'm going to eat this dragon soul. Next episode, we're going to be on the quest to retrieve the Dragon's Elder Scroll, I think. No, actually, we're going to do this blade stuff, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so now that I've almost absorbed this dragon soul, this is Brass from Brass DTV saying, if at first you don't succeed, try shooting it from far away. Be good to yourselves, and be good to others, in that order, and enjoy life. Have a burrito. Cha!